So about a week ago, I got my first coyote, trapped my first coyote, and so we have been eating coyote for the last week in different ways. And I feel like coyote gets a bad rap. Um, I wanted, even in the hunting community, a lot of hunters are not for eating coyote. A lot of people don't enjoy the taste. Some people think, it's too similar to a dog, so it creeps them out. Some people are concerned maybe about the health impact of that with trichinosis. Forgive me if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. And other bacteria and diseases and whatnot. But, if you cook it at 165, pretty much, you're killing everything. There's not really much dispute about that as far as I've seen on the internet. The whole thing with being related, similar to a dog or whatnot, that doesn't bother me. They eat dog in other countries, and so I don't particularly have any issue with that. So the only thing that for me was the taste, and it has a very distinct taste. It's definitely different than anything else, and it takes some getting used to. It is also a bit tough. And so with coyote, you have to cook it low and slow. It's kind of what they say. And so I've done coyote chili, and I'll share the picture of that. I've been eating it all week as leftovers, and I actually don't even notice the taste of the coyote anymore. At first I was kind of like, I could definitely taste something different. It was different, but the more I eat it, the more I'm like, I don't even. Just tastes like any other meat to me now. So we did coyote chili. We did the coyote in the crock pot with once with chili, and another time kind of more like a pot roast almost. And both were good. So yeah, it really does, like if you go low and slow all day, it really does, it starts to fall off the bones, and it's very tender then, and it's good. And right now I'm doing coyote ribs, which I think will be very good. I had a bite already. Tasted good. Tasted like ribs. And also, dehydrating coyote. I'm making coyote jerky. And peppered and salt, and so the thing I like about coyote is there's so many of them. Nobody seems to mind you hunting them because most people don't like them. They think that they're pests. They eat their animals, their little dogs and whatnot. And so they don't really, in that sense, offer something. People don't get upset when you hunt them. And the state is happy to have you go off and kind of lower the population of them. And so they're not, I don't think, that difficult to get because there's so many of them. And the first thing I noticed with, because I haven't done any big game yet, I'm trying, but just been doing small game and birds so far, hunting. And so the first thing I noticed, though, is just how much meat you actually get. The coyote that I got was not like scrawny. He was not, he had been fed. You could tell he's been getting his meals. And so it filled the freezer, actually, with meat for a good week or two. So that was one thing I noticed about it. I was like, okay, this is definitely more productive than just going after birds or going after rabbits. This actually provided meals for multiple people, and so I really enjoyed that. And so it's kind of a good step in between from the small game to the big game where I'm trying to go to. It was good practice. I've been working with his fur, trying to turn that into something. Trying to use the whole body in cooking, and it was even cleaning off his skull for a trophy or something like that, just kind of working with that. And so I'm practicing on using the whole thing, and I found it a good experience. And so yeah, hopefully we'll get more coyote coming through here, and maybe some wild pig here soon. That's on my goals in March, is to get some wild pig and some javelina hopefully soon. And so kind of working my way upward. And so, but I'm happy to cross that one off the list and say, I don't see what all the hate is about with coyote. I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. It tasted fine to me if you cook it right. provided some good meats. It's very nutritious from what I've been finding on the internet. The coyote meat's actually very nutritious and very lean. And I find it to be tasty, and I fed it to the family, and the kids maybe had some complaints, just because it was a little weird for them. But I don't know. I don't see what all the beef is with Coyote. Worked out for us, so. So right here you can see that this is a dirt hole. It's called a dirt hole trap, using a foothold trap. And in the red circle there is basically buried a foothold trap. And so you put some kind of bait in the hole. So I use sardines. And you use some kind of a lure. They make different lures that basically have a smell that the coyote likes, like their glands or urine or something like that. And it lures them to the hole to get the bait. And they step on the trap and their foot gets stuck, and you come back and get them. And so that's how I got them.